Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Series Tiger Force Dusty.
If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing.
And before we get into the review, if you haven't had a chance to check out my Cat Slayer giveaway, please check out that video now so you can enter to win a Cat Slayer. All right, before we take a closer look at the front of the package, if you'd like to add this version or the original version of Dusty to your collection, both are on Amazon at a link below. And if you order through that link, it will help out the channel with a few pennies, so I would really appreciate it. Looking at the front of the package, you can see that he's got some nice, beautiful artwork of the character looking stoic off in the distance, different poses. Him in silhouette down below some trees below. It looks really nice. Got that Tiger Force logo, and it does say Dusty. It's kind of weird they don't have his full name on the box. Maybe it's because it's the Tiger Force version. Don't know. Flipping around here on the side of the package, you can see that nice, beautiful artwork wrapping around on the side of the box, and it is number 65 in the line, and you can see his specialities right there. Flipping around on the back of the package, you can see that he stands 6.5 inches tall, so he's a tall guy. And you can see everything he comes with: the helmet, the two sets of goggles, the backpack, his machine gun with a removable clip, and a knife that goes in a sheath on his boot. And if you want to know how Dusty comes packaged in the package, here we go with the redundancy. Here it is, and you can see he's got a coated footlocker. Looks really nice in that package. No artwork in the background though. Maybe this is because it's Tiger Force. Taking a closer look at his accessories, you can see his backpack, his helmet, his machine gun, two different size goggles, one for his head and one for his helmet, and then that nice silver painted knife that goes in the sheath on his boot. And here is Dusty standing upright in a neutral position, looking really, really nice. I love the colors on this guy. I think they work so well together. That muted red undershirt and cabling with the bluish green top and the light green bottom, and the yellow tiger stripes just looks nice. This is probably my favorite Tiger Force release of the bunch, and I think it all comes down to his colors and how well they work together. Taking a closer look, you can see his kind of windswept hair, the face paint, the webbing detail. It does say Tater, which is his last name. G.I. Joe on the right, some cabling. His webbing looks really nice, going down to the belt and the floating rest of his jacket piece there, and then just the plain olive drab pants and the nice texture on those, and the boots. I would have liked some knee pads. I think that would have looked really cool on this figure. Flipping around here on the back, you can see the genesis of that red cabling. It does go all the way around to the hole in his back. I'm not sure what that's for, but at least it's there in a little pop of color. And then you can see the greens, the textures, all the way down the back of the figure. Here's a close-up of the head sculpt, and I really dig the face paint and the eye printing. Looks really nice and clean. The lips look nice and clean. I really dig the paint across his face on this figure. And one of the things that I really like about Dusty, and not just this particular version of Dusty, but both versions of Dusty, is that you have so many options with the helmet, with the goggles up on top of the helmet, or the goggles on the face. My goggles have some very sloppy paint all over them, which is not cool, but that's okay. I'm not gonna, be using the ones on his eyes anyway, and I'll use the one on his helmet and keep him up on the helmet. Here he is compared with the original Dusty, and you can see some of the differences here, like the American flag is missing off the Tiger Force version. The cabling on his vest, which the more I look at it, looks like it might be some sort of like water system, maybe. I don't think it's electrical. It may be like a camel pack or something, since he's out in the desert. And then it's green on the classic release, but red, this muted red color on the Tiger Force version. Moving down the figure, you can see he's got some nice camo painted throughout the pants, and a much different color knee joint that almost looks like knee pads, but I wish they had some sculpted knee pad detail. Flipping around here on the back, you can see how the backpacks are exactly the same, just the Tiger Force is like this muted gray, more of a matte finish, whereas the original classic version of Dusty was a little shinier, more of a chocolate brown. All right, taking a closer look at Dusty here and all of his articulation. Man, I really dig this figure. He's just a solid release, and I love the colors. He can look up about that far, look down about that far, which is not bad. You can pop his helmet on, and that really doesn't hinder him looking up. Because it's kind of a soft, pliable plastic, and it kind of gets out of the way, and of course it doesn't hinder moving downward at all. He does have a nice butterfly joint that really gets over in the front of the figure, no problem right there. He can definitely go up and hit that T-pose with no problem whatsoever. He's got that upper bicep swivel, the double jointed pinless elbows that we've come to know and expect from G.I. Joe figures, and I'm digging that. He does have that nice ab crunch, so he can bend forward about that far, and he can lean back all the way, ridiculous amount, and get in some nice laying down on the ground poses. He does have a waist swivel, and this lower part here, this piece is kind of loose and just kind of floats around. He does have the drop down leg. He can move forward about that far, move back only about that far, which is not the greatest. He can double joint knee all the way back to his butt, which is really nice. I dig that. And let's see here. He does have the upper boot cut. He does have the, oh, I forgot to mention, he does have the upper thigh swivel as well. Mine's kind of stuck, but you can see it works very well there. There's the boot cut. He does have a hinge swivel and pivot down on the boot. And that looks really nice. And I really like the way this guy stands. I like his the cut of his jib, as they say. I love this helmet. The colors kind of remind me of his helmet, and his goggles kind of remind me of Hit and Run. But can't wait to get that figure in the line. Here is his knife going in his sheath right here, so it looks really nice on his. Sorry, I bumped the camera. Here's the submachine gun that he comes with. It's really nice. Here's the one that came with the original Dusty. It's kind of like an all charcoal black on the original, and this one's a smokier kind of gray with this sort of a green part here in the back. The bipods are both brown, and then this clip does come out. It is removable, so that's really nice for some play right there. The backpack, you know, standard. It's kind of like this olive drab greenish brown color. It's got some nice canteens, and then you just want to make sure you fit it through the webbing and get it on his back there, and it looks pretty nice. I am not mad at it. It looks really cool. Like I said, I really dig this figure. I dig this release. This is probably my favorite Tiger Force release so far, and that's saying a lot, because you've got some really cool figures in there, and I know that Flint is on the way, so that's going to be really cool. Here he is compared to the original Dusty. Let's. What am I doing? What am I doing? He doesn't hold the clip. Let's get this guy standing straight up if we can. Get him next to him. And you know, while I really love the original Dusty, I love his original look. I do love this Tiger Force version. But let's get this guy out of the way. Get old Dusty here into some lighting and into some backdrops and see how he poses up. I gotta tell you, this is an awesome figure. I love that they're building out the Tiger Force line. I'd still would like to see a couple of more releases. I think that would be really, really good. So do you guys think after Flint, who do you think we'll see next in the lineup? You know, I'm trying to remember. There was Frostbite, Hit and Run, I remember, was part of Tiger Force. Was Lifeline? Was there a Tiger Force Lifeline? I'm trying to remember. I know there's a bunch that oh, Tunnel Rat. Wasn't there I'd love a Tiger Force Tunnel Rat. That would be great. I know that I'm missing some. There's probably more out there that I just can't remember. But you guys let me know in the comments down below who you'd like to see released after Flint in the Tiger Force lineup. Again, if you'd like to add this character or the original Dusty to your collection, you can do so at the Amazon link below, and that will help out the channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram and Threads at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and remember, I will see you in the toy aisles.